Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Our CEO champion, one of the top 3 players, you know, that you had to have your money on to win this tournament, just got sent to losers, man.
We're back here at DreamHack Montreal, and we have got something great coming up for you guys right now.
Listen, man, Marvel has just been the movement, you know, all the way from the beginning of all the Marvel games that we've played, all the way to bots, all the way now to 2020, and then we got Reflex around the corner.
You sit on a throne of lies.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and a pretty spicy story coming out of the esports scene yesterday, but it crosses over with a lot of the mainstream slacktivism and in general, just like an anti, well, white and male sentiment that is just disgusting. Now, you know, obviously, please do not contact this person. That's what they want. But a very, very important piece of the casting scene in esports is a woman by the name of Froskurinn. And she decided, you know, on the way out the door, by the way, to put out this little hot take. It says, as always, very excited for the LEC to begin and watch my peers continue to thrive. That team is amazing. Good start, right? That said, we need to talk diversity in esports broadcasts, because holy expletive, that's a lot of white coming from a white person, by the way. Just blindingly white, as far as the eye can see. White. Now, this is a slippery tactic that is not unique to Froskurinn, but it is disgusting, and I will talk about the idea more than just the person who had it. It is an unoriginal idea. We've seen this in diversity in insert whatever. It always basically boils down to white men bad or whites bad. And it's such a weird take to have. It's racist. I just don't understand how this is just like openly applauded. 4,000 people applauding this. That's what this take boils down to. And when you push back against it, they'll always say the same crap. Oh, well, I wasn't saying we should fire somebody who was there. I wasn't saying that the people are there only got it because they're white. Yeah, but you are implying that point specifically, okay? It is disingenuous at best to think people are this stupid, Froskurinn, okay? You say, you know, as long as people join thanks to their merits and not the color of their skin, then it's all good. To which she didn't like that comment got too many likes, so she took notice to it and replied saying, no one would ever argue otherwise. The issue is that most people are denied by the color of their skin and not merits. Again, any evidence, please? This is a very dangerous, a very strong claim to make with zero evidence. Also, somebody like Froskurinn, who is on the inside, maybe should do a little bit less talking about the issues and go ahead and do something. Now, she has claimed that she had some meetings today about this. Okay, great. But again, you're also speaking about whiteness like the United States whiteness. By the way, that's how you know that this social justice lameness is imported. Because quite honestly, one of the top replies was an absolute destruction of her point. Here are some of the people. Quickshot, South African. Vedius, Welsh. Medic, Foxtrot. Cardrell, English. Belgium. Ender, American. Lori, French. Yes, skin colors aren't differing, but the representation of countries is quite diverse. Right, you're talking about Europe, which is, what, 90+% white? And they always will back into this, how do you say, unobtainable position. How much is the correct appropriate amount of representation of a specific color of skin? They'll just say more. They never have an answer for this. And also, this is a slight, whether it's intentional, in my opinion it is, or not, to basically diminish these people's work and say, well, they only got it because they're white. Coming from a white person, of course. And then, of course, immediately on the defensive, anyone who disagrees with her is a racist, which is absolutely mind-blowingly hilarious. Frosk, you are racist. People are disagreeing with you, rightfully so, because the statement you made is absurd. You went out of your way, after leaving, by the way, to diminish the credentials of fellow casters and reduce them down to, they white. So that's why they got the job. And you can see, never mind that one is from South Africa, one is Welsh, 4 are Brits, 1 is French, 2 are Americans, and 1 is from Belgium. They are all from different countries and backgrounds. That's the definition of diversity, especially in Europe, where only a small percentage of people are non-white. For some reason, people think that every white-skinned colored person is the same. What is there a word for that? I wonder if there's a word for that. And you can see the statement getting turned on its head. As always, very excited for the NBA to begin and watch my favorite team thrive. That said, we really need to talk about diversity in the NBA because holy, there is a ton of black, just blindingly black. As far as the eye can see, black. I mean, that's what she said, right? If she had said that about the NBA, that's literally the statement she's making. This isn't a disingenuous reinterpretation, reimagining. Those are her words. It is disgusting. And really, it's nice to see guys like Thorin, people like Thorin, coming through and really laying the wood, saying, and I quote, let's actually pull up this article, or this tweet, which I thought I had. Oh, here it is. So sad and disappointing to see some of the Froskurinn stature, someone of her stature, being reduced the broadcast to skin color of the participants. She can be so much better than this, but not as long as bitterness and bigotry governs her heart. I legitimately regret helping and promoting her career, knowing she may now use her influence to prevent talented and hardworking people from accomplishing their dreams on the basis that they have the wrong, in quotes, skin color or genitals for her or were over quota. There are a finite number of spots on the broadcast. To hire someone other than the people hired means that one of them loses their job. To suggest otherwise is not just disingenuous, but cowardly. This Mott and Bailey tactic is played out. And I suggest you do a brief, just do a little bit of research about the Mott and Bailey tactic. It's one that the far left uses all the time in their debate tactics. Vaush uses it all the time. It's a cowardly debate position that creates a loop that is nearly impossible to make progress in. And this is exactly what I'm saying. It is cowardly to say that, I wasn't really calling for their jobs, when in fact, that's the only reasonable outcome from this. You'll notice she didn't highlight a single potential candidate for the person. Similarly, if it's such an important point for her, what efforts has she put into finding, helping, and promoting the kinds of people she wants hired? I myself have considerable skin in the game on the topic and have done exactly what I'm suggesting she has not. Difference is I base it on their merit, not their equipment or ethnicity. From my direct experience of working with Riot Broadcasts, there are people in hiring positions who believe deny job opportunities on the basis of these type of things, something which previously held my career back too. This has to change. Notice the difference between the statement and that statement and hers. I don't believe she wanted to communicate that, though. I suspect she wanted to trigger people with her bigoted rhetoric and then dismiss them to reinforce her own worldview and victim mentality. I literally could not have said it any better. This is dime store SJWs in gaming rhetoric. You know, to throw out an inflammatory statement like that about an entire group of people is absolutely cowardly, pathetic, and without any real data to suggest that she's right. You want the best people for the job. And laughingly, again, even if we follow her flawed inflammatory logic, the casters that are part of this group are extraordinarily diverse, except she is the one that reduces people down to their skin color or ethnicity. It sounds like Frosk has a real issue with people's skin colors. I hope that she seeks help, because she sounds like, at least in my opinion, a huge bigot. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.